Brian, we see you. Nice job on passing the Border Patrol structured interview. Nice job, Brian. Way to go, man. David, good job also passing the Border Patrol structured interview. Man, his story is awesome. I got to get him to interview because he has a great story behind his BP journey, okay? Also want to tell you, Chuck, nice job, my friend. Also, a veteran passed his Border Patrol structured interview. Chuck says, gee, you know what? I'm so glad I went through you because I thought my military experience was enough. He found out it wasn't. So, great job there, Chuck. Got to give it up for Nathan. Nathan, nice job also for you, buddy, on the BP interview. I'm very proud of you, man. Good job and keep on going. Let's get down right to it, okay, guys? You guys, these are things you must know about the Border Patrol interview because the Border Patrol interview is one of the most misunderstood parts of the hiring process. Now, I teach CBP, FBI, Secret Service, U.S. Marshals, and civilian LEO interview processes. The Border Patrol interview is the second toughest interview that I teach. Yeah, it's up there. It's tough. Many people assume it's going to be some kind of conversation or a chance to explain their background, like I have experience here as a cop. I got a degree here. They don't care about that. They don't want to hear that. No one's interested in that. You're talking to yourself. They don't want to hear that. It is a forced evaluation of how you think. That's what it really is. It comes with pressure, with doubt, and more pressure, right? They want to see how you think, how you decide, and how you communicate under pressure. So the first thing here I want to tell you, it isn't a conversation, guys. So that means already, I should tell you right there, well, Coach Mitch says it's not a conversation. Therefore, it's not a civilian interview. Civilian interviews are blah, 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 blah. No. The Border Patrol interview is an evaluation. It is structured and it's controlled. It is designed to see how you understand and perform in these areas of stress. You're not going to guide through it. You have to do this. You have to expect specific scenarios and they want to have direct answers to their direct questions. Now, I teach you this. Now, this is a repetitive nature to teach you because when you go up against the Border Patrol structured interview panel, they're hardcore. Not joking. They don't show any love, don't smile, nothing. They give you a flat effect the whole time through, right? Now, some law enforcement interview panels want to hear a story. BP doesn't want to hear that. They want to hear how your thinking matters. For the FBI, it's a story. BP, it is how you're thinking, right? They care less about your impressive experience and how it sounds. They want to hear about your logic, judgment, and clarity because to hear about your experience is great, fantastic, right? But does it really mean anything when the rubber hits the road? You know, that's what they're looking at. What can this person offer to BP that is tangible, something they can hang on to, right? And your resume, as pretty as it is not going to cut it, all right? Number 3, you're going to be evaluated on your professional judgment. I hammer this home all the time in my coaching program. Every answer you tell me and them should reflect responsibility, safety, and control. Responsibility, safety, and control. Now, if you're thinking already, my God, it's a lot of stuff, right? Oh, that's a lot. Get into my coaching program, down the description, click one you want to take, get into my calendar, and you and I will start this process. BP has a very well-known 67.3% fail rate. I have a 90.4% success rate. Yeah, 9 out of every 10 of my BP candidates pass my BP coaching. There we go. Okay, let's keep on going. Now, remember, they said Border Patrol structured interview. There's a key word there, structured. If your answers are disorganized, you're sitting there rambling around, tells them automatically you don't have a clue what you're talking about, and you're going to lose their attention. You cannot lose their attention. I teach you 2 different ways to keep their attention on you at all times, to earn their respect so they understand you know what you're talking about. I show clear, step-by-step instructions on how to do this. The investment in me is tiny when you think about a 20-year career in BP, going where you want to go, doing other things in BP. The investment in me is tiny. If you want to understand how this works, I'll show you how it works. The last thing I want to tell you guys is this. Your delivery is just as important as the content. I always have to go back to rambling because you don't want to rush or ramble or sound unsure. You want to be solid in your answers. You want to be calm and concise and precise, right? You want to understand what the BP model is already before you even answer questions, right? You want to have this emotional maturity. You want to have a sense of morality. And these have to reflect in your answers. Now, you might be the most moral person in the world, but if you cannot express this in the interview, you're wasting your time. You might be a person who understands the BP model. If you cannot express that to them in the interview, you're wasting your time. You have to understand these guys are not playing around. This is a serious duo who is going to mark you off so quick, it'll make your head spin. So now that people always say to me, well, Coach Mitch, why are they always so hard on us? Because they can. They have a lot of people just like you all trying to get this position. A lot of you guys are trying to get this position. They can pick who they want. Be careful out there. Before you jump in there and think you're ready for this interview, be double sure. Because if you're not ready, you're going to get a 6-month pushback, and that's going to be it. All right, you're going to come back in 6 months. Think about what you're doing. All right, take care. Coach Mitch, bye-bye.